Transversal. Definition. A line which intersects two or more lines at distinct points is called transversal. Let us see in the figure. Here we have two lines, P and Q, intersected by this line R at two distinct points, which is M and N. Hence, R is the transversal to P and Q. If you see in the second figure, three lines A, B and C are intersected by a fourth line, that is D, at three distinct points. So here D is the transversal to line A, B and C. In the third figure, we have two lines E and F intersected by the line G. The point of intersection of G is the same as that of E and F. Hence, these three lines are intersecting lines, but none of these are transversal to the other, because none of these lines are intersecting at distinct points. That's why none of these are transversal to the other. So, a line which intersects two or more lines at distinct points is called transversal. Lines intersected by transversal may be parallel lines or non-parallel lines. Angles made by a transversal. Here, P is a transversal for the lines M and N. Total 8 angles are formed by lines and transversal line. In this diagram, 4 angles, namely 1, 2, 3, 4, are formed with line M. Similarly, 4 other angles, namely 5, 6, 7, 8, are formed with line N. Note, a transversal that cuts two parallel lines at right angles is called a perpendicular transversal. In this case, all angles are right angles. The intersection of a transversal with two lines create various types of pairs of angles. First one is interior angles, exterior angles, pair of corresponding angles, pair of alternate interior angles, pair of alternate exterior angles, pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Interior angles. Interior means inside portion, this portion, area between the two lines P and Q. Here R is transversal. In the above figure, angles 3, 4, angles 5, 6 are called interior angles, since those angles lie in between two lines, that is interior of two lines. Exterior angles. Exterior means outside the lines P and Q. In this figure, angles 1, 2 and angles 7 and 8 are called exterior angles, that is outside angles. Corresponding angles. Two angles are said to be a pair of corresponding angles. If they lie on same side of the transversal, one of them is an interior angle and the other one is exterior angle. They have distinct vertex points. They are not adjacent angles. If I take angle 1 and angle 5, they are on the same side of the transversal R. That is, angle 1 is on the left side of the transversal and above line P. Also with respect to line Q, angles on the left side of the transversal are and above line Q. So they are in the same position. That means corresponding positions with respect to two lines. If I take below line P, angle 4 is also on the left side of the transversal R. Can we consider angle 1 and angle 4 as corresponding angles? No, for two reasons. First one is they are adjacent angles, and second one is they have common vertex point. But corresponding angles pair have distinct vertex points. So angle 1 and 5 are a pair of corresponding angles. You can see that angle 1 and 5 face the same direction. You can imagine them to be two friends traveling together to the same place, isn't it? Let us search for another pair of friends and find in which direction they are going. In figure 2, angles 2 and 6 also form a pair of corresponding angles. Both the angles lie on the right side of the transversal. See here, angle 2 is above line P, and angle 6 is also above line Q, and they are formed on different vertices. Similarly, you can find other pairs of corresponding angles in figures 3 and 4. In figure 3, angles 3 and 7 are corresponding angles, and in figure 4, 4 and 8 are corresponding angles. So we can see that there are four pairs of corresponding angles formed when transversal intersects two lines. Whatever we have discussed so far applies to both parallel and non-parallel lines. In case if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then the pair of corresponding angles are congruent, means they are equal in measure. You can easily identify the pair of corresponding angles. If I draw a line here and join these two lines here, we can see that an inverted F shape is formed. The angles inside the F shape, angles 1 and 5 are corresponding angles. Here you can see an inverted F flipped over, and you can see two corresponding 2 and 6. In the third case, you see a proper F shape and two angles inside it. Angles 3 and 7 within the F shape are also corresponding angles. In the fourth case, you see the F shape flipped over to the other side, and you can see two corresponding angles. Angles 4 and 8 within the flipped F. Alternate interior angles. Two angles are said to be alternate interior angles if they have distinct vertex points. Both interior angles lie between the two lines. They are on the alternate sides, means the opposite side of the transversal. They are not adjacent angles. We already know about the interior angles. Interior angles lie between the two lines. Now, alternate side of the transversal means opposite side of the transversal. Interior and opposite side of the transversal are called pair of alternate interior angles. Here, angles 3 and 5 are pair of alternate interior angles. They are within the two lines and they lie alternately or on the opposite sides of the transversal. They are formed on the different vertices. Now even angles 4 and 6 are a pair of alternate interior angles because they are interior angles. They also lie on the opposite sides of the transversal and they are formed on different vertices. When two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, each pair of alternate interior angles are equal in measure. Here, angles 3 and 5 are equal and angles 4 and 6 are also equal in measure. Suppose if angle 3 is 120 degrees, then angle 5 is also 120 degrees. If you look carefully, these alternate angles look like a Z shape and angles inside the Z shape, as you can see here, are the pair of alternate interior angles. Here is another pair. We can also see flipped Z shape. In this way, we can easily remember that once we spot the angles, they are equal in measure. Alternate exterior angles. Two angles are said to be alternate exterior angles if they have distinct vertex points. Both are exterior angles. They are on either side of the transversal. They are not adjacent angles. Here, exterior means outside the two parallel lines, and alternate means opposite side of the transversal. If you look at these two angles, 1 and 7, they are exterior angles. They lie on different vertices. So, angles 1 and 7 are considered as alternate exterior angles. Now look at angles 2 and 8. They are another pair of alternate exterior angles. Angles 2 and 8 are exterior angles and they lie on different vertices. Also, they are formed on alternate sides or opposite sides of the transversal. So, this is one more pair of alternate exterior angles. They are congruent, means they are equal in measure. Angle 1 is equal to angle 7. Angle 2 is equal to angle 8. Pairs of angles on the same side of the transversal. Co-interior angles or consecutive interior angles. Two angles are said to be co-interior angles if they are interior angles and lie on the same side of the transversal. The co-interior angles, also called as consecutive angles or allied interior angles. They have distinct vertex points. Here, interior angles are angles 4, 3, 5 and 6. Co-interior means same side of the transversal. Pair of interior angles formed on same side of the transversal. See here, angles 3 and 6 are formed on same side of the transversal. Both lie on right side of the transversal. So these two angles are co-interior angles. Can you see another pair of co-interior angles? They are angles 4 and 5. Here these two angles are on same side, means left side of the transversal, and these two are interior angles. Then we can say that these two angles are co-interior angles. If I draw like this, we can see C-like shape. Inside the C shape, we can see pair of co-interior angles, isn't it? And here also flipped C shape can be seen. Inside the shape, there is another pair of co-interior angles. Co-exterior angles or consecutive exterior angles. Two angles are said to be co-exterior angles if they are exterior angles and lie on the same side of the transversal. We know exterior angles. What are they? So 1, 2, 7 and 8. They are exterior angles. Co-exterior means same side of the transversal. Here angles 1 and 8 are a pair of co-exterior angles. Both are on the same side of the transversal. Similarly, here angles 2 and 7 are another pair of co-exterior angles. Both are on the same side of the transversal. In case of parallel lines, sum of two co-interior angles and co-exterior angles are 180 degrees, and these two are supplementary. Linear pair of angles. If the sum of two adjacent angles is 180 degrees, then they are called a linear pair of angles. I have already explained about a linear pair of angles in one of my videos. In the figure, angles 1, 4, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4 are linear pair of angles. Similarly, angles 5, 6, 5, 8, 6, 7, 7 and 8 are also linear pair of angles. Hence, their sum is 180 degree. That is, angles 1 plus 4 is equal to 180 degree, 1 plus 2, 180 degree, 2 plus 3, 180 degree, 3 plus 4 is equal to 180 degree, 5 plus 6 is equal to 180 degree, 5 plus 8 is equal to 180 degree, 6 plus 7 is equal to 180 degree, and angles 7 plus 8 is equal to 180 degree. Vertically opposite angles. In the above figure, angles 1, 3, 2, 4, 5, 7, 6, 8 are vertically opposite angles. We know that if two lines intersect each other, then the vertically opposite angles are equal. Hence, these pair of angles are equal. Angles 1 is equal to 3, 2 is equal to 4, 5 is equal to 7, and 6 is equal to 8. Examples. In the adjoining figure, line P parallel to line Q. Find the unknown angles. In this figure, angle G is given. Angle G is equal to 130 degree. Therefore, angle D is equal to 130 degree. Because angle G and angle D are corresponding angles. We know corresponding angles are equal in measure. Now, angle E plus angle G is equal to 180 degree. These are linear pair. We know angle G is equal to 130 degree. Therefore, angle E is equal to 180 degree minus 130 is equal to 50 degree. Angle E is equal to 50 degree. Now, angle F is equal to angle E is equal to 50 degree. These are vertically opposite angles. We know vertically opposite angles are equal. Angle G is equal to angle H is equal to 130 degree. These are also vertically opposite angles. Angle C is equal to angle F is equal to 50 degree. Corresponding angles. Angle A is equal to angle E is equal to 50 degree. Corresponding angles. Angle B is equal to angle D is equal to 130 degree. Vertically opposite angles. In the given figure, lines AB parallel to CD parallel to EF and lines AD parallel to BE. Find XYZ. Solution. AB parallel to CD. This implies angle BAD is equal to angle ADC. These are alternate angles. Therefore, angle ADC is equal to Y is equal to 115 degree. Now, AD parallel to BE. This implies angle DAB plus angle ABE is equal to 180 degree. These are co-interior angles. Angle ABE plus angle DAB is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, angle ABE is equal to 180 degree minus 115 is equal to 65 degree. Angle ABE is equal to x plus 30 is equal to 65 degree. Therefore, x is equal to 65 minus 30 is equal to 35 degree. Now, AB parallel to EF. Angle ABE is equal to angle BEF. Alternate angles. This implies angle BEF is equal to Z is equal to 65 degree. Hence, x is equal to 35 degree, y is equal to 115 degree, z is equal to 65 degree. In the given figure, line AB parallel to CD, angle CDM is equal to 150 degree, angle BMD is equal to 64 degree, and angle ABM is equal to x. Find the value of x. Solution. Through M, draw line EMF parallel to CD, parallel to AB, angle BMD is equal to 64 degree. Given. Let angle EMB is equal to y, then angle EMD is equal to 64 minus EF parallel to CD and MD is a transversal. Therefore, the sum of co-interior angle is 180 degree. Angle CDM plus angle EMD is equal to 180 degree. Co-interior angles. Angle CDM is equal to 150 given. Therefore, 150 degree plus 64 degree minus y is equal to 180 degree. Implies y is equal to 150 degree plus 64 minus 180 is equal to 34 degree. Again, AB parallel to EF and BM is transversal. Therefore, Therefore, sum of co-interior angles is 180 degree. Therefore, x plus y is equal to 180 degree, y is equal to 34 degree, implies x plus 34 degree is equal to 180 degrees, implies x is equal to 180 degree minus 34 is equal to 146 degree. Therefore, x is equal to 1. Thank you for watching. Keep learning and keep practicing. Take care.